everyone, and welcome back to the Walking Dead series by The Verdict's In. I'm your host, Nicole.
I'm Gary.
And today we're talking about The Walking Dead Season 11, Episode 8, entitled For Blood. This was the first part. It's 3-part for this last season. And this was the...
It's 3 seasons.
It's 3 seasons into one. And this was the first part of the finale, or the finale of the first part.
That's crazy that they're trying to make us believe that this is one season.
Yeah.
They filmed 3 seasons, and they said, oh, this is the final, to get us to watch all 3 seasons.
Because I already saw that the second half doesn't come back on until February.
To next season.
I think it said February 20th is the date I saw. And then the third, final of the finals won't come on until sometime mid-2022. So it could be anywhere. We could be still talking about this show, 10 months from now.
10 years from now.
No, I don't think it's going to stretch out that far. But what did you think of this episode, Gary?
I loved it. I mean, this was a great episode, amazing. It confirmed what I felt about Maggie. I mean, not that she's a traitor, but I don't like Maggie. I don't know why she led us into these people. Maggie's going to get us killed. It's like it's a suicide mission.
I mean, yeah, that's what Rosita, I believe, said. Somebody said when she first brought up this topic of going out there. I don't think Maggie's a traitor. I think she's out for blood,
I don't think she's a traitor, but she's no longer our people. She's trying to get her place back for her people, and she's using us to do it.
All right. I don't know.
You don't agree?
I don't know. As I said, I've been rewatching the series, and now last week I was on season 5. Now I'm on season 7. So of course that's post Glenn and Abraham, and seeing how sad Daryl was and not wanting to even make eye contact or talk to Maggie because he was so ashamed, or he was blaming himself for Glenn's death, and it kind of made me think of where we are currently and how Daryl's there helping, and it's like, does he still feel in debt to Maggie? And that's why he's there. So even though he probably agrees with Negan, this is a crazy mission, but look what he's doing. I mean, he really put himself out there this episode.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into our likes and then we'll do dislikes. So we have Maggie in the herd, killing all of Pope's people. That opening scene was really cool.
It was. And I'm glad Negan was able to teach Maggie something. Yeah.
Seems like Alpha actually ended up coming in handy.
Yeah, she was useful.
Yeah. Leah sticking up for Wells, the one that died, the black guy that died, to Pope, and kind of like saying, hey, you screwed him over. You sent him out as bait. Like, we're supposed to be family. And Pope is on a whole nother mission. He's like, I don't care. We gonna win. If people have to die, people have to die.
I don't understand why Pope have the Alpha kind of sound. Like, he kind of talk like Alpha, don't he?
He has like a little southern drawl a little bit to his accent.
But it's kind of that Alpha thing he has going on.
I wouldn't say it was like Alpha. Alpha was on some whispering. Well, she was whispering, yeah. So.
But she had the. Yeah, it was. She had that same kind of. It was that same tone, because his Pope is not really. It is southern, but it's not really southern. It's kind of a theatrical.
All of them are being theatrical. I don't believe that's how they really talk. Jadis, we see her. She didn't really talk like that. I'm pretty sure Alpha wasn't around talking like that. The King wasn't around talking like... The only person I think who talks like they do now in The Walking Dead and previously is probably Eugene. He's the only one that probably really talked like that. And then Abraham, too, was talking. He was having all his little sayings, and I'm pretty sure
trash
he was
people.
like that.
Trash people were just tired of it all.
Yeah, they were just done.
They were like, man, let's shorten these words up.
Right.
we have no time for conversation.
But with Leah sticking up for Wells, I really like that. I was so surprised to see that Pope was the one that got killed, because the whole time he kept talking. Well, when Leah first brought it up, saying, like, why are they moving like that? And Daryl was like, no reason. I've seen it like that before. And then when
Daryl said it, you said, why is he being so obvious?
I know. That made my dislikes list. But
okay.
With Pope, and then he was saying it, and then he started getting suspicious. So I kept thinking Pope was going to guess what was happening. It was like you're on the cusp of figuring something out, but just don't quite have that last clue. And that's how it was throughout the episode. Every time he kept looking, he's like, he knows something's up. He knows Maggie's down there, but he doesn't know. Like, it's like a magic trick that he doesn't know how it's happening.
Yeah, he said everything happened for a reason. And you looked at the TV, you said, oh, don't tell me he's about to guess it right away.
Right. I thought I was going to be mad if he guessed it right away.
It would have been weird.
Yeah. Because out of all the things that you can think, why would you think that was what's happening?
I don't know why he thought his enemy was out there. Like, these are walkers. Why do you think your enemies are with the walkers?
Yeah. And then even, I don't know if this was in the beginning scene, the one I liked, or it was later, but like, I think it was the beginning scene where they're fighting, or some throughout the episode, they're fighting this, saviors. They're fighting Pope's people, and one of them thinks they're about to hit a walker, and of course it's either Maggie or
I think it was Negan.
And it reminded me, unfortunately, of when Jesus, died. But because remember when we were all like, what the heck? Like, we were like Jesus at that time.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck just happened here?
Right.
So I know that's the thought process in their mind as well, seconds before they died. So I like that.
They gotta be.
Yeah.
Because they seen zombies do everything but dodge them.
Right.
Now,
they won't dodge you.
If we had dodging zombies, you know what? Season 1 zombies, they might have dodged you.
They didn't really dodge it, but they were fighting back. I mean, they fight now.
They were fighting back.
They were almost throwing fisticuffs.
Yeah.
Season 1. They definitely were doing it in Fear. Remember in Fear? That was crazy.
Fear, they put them in headlocks,
yeah.
DDT, body slams.
Right. The people's elbow, everything.
But Season 1 of The Walking Dead, remember, they were ringing doorbells. They were
Yeah.
knocking on doors.
Not knocking. But the lady tried, Morgan's wife tried to open the door. Yeah. All right. So Virgil and Judith talking about Michonne, and especially since I'm watching the old seasons, I was even sort of confused. Like, now that I'm watching the old season, and then when we put the episode on to actually watch, I'm like, wait, why is this person here? Why are they not here? And like all the, it's the different universes blending. And I really like that because if you remember when Virgil and Judith first met, Judith whipped Virgil's ass, if you remember. She tripped him up and she like embarrassed him.
Put them hands on him.
Yes. So now
I didn't like that.
I didn't like it either.
It was a dislike at the time.
It was a dislike. But I can look back now and be like, okay, that's Judith,
I mean, we can forgive it now.
Yeah. But them talking about Michonne and how he sees Michonne and Judith, how strong she is and everything like that. I just thought that conversation was so sweet, and it really made me like Virgil even more. Because remember, I've been talking, we haven't really liked his character since he came on, but that part made me like him.
I don't agree with you. I think Virgil's out of pills, like I said. If he still had his Quaaludes, he wouldn't be the same Virgil.
No, I think Virgil learned. I mean, he even said Michonne taught him. I think he learned, and he seems like a decent guy.
Michonne dumped out all my Quaaludes, so I have to adapt. I have to adapt to the world we're in right now.
Well, he's adapted.
No, I don't think so.
All right, so the walkers getting blown up at Pope's place, like when when he first has those little, triggers, and they're getting blown up. There was one shot where
they were landing on mines.
Yes, yeah, and there was one shot where it's showing Pope's face, and then boom, it cuts to the blowing up, so it almost looked like Pope's head blew up. I really liked that scene. I mean, I liked because the whole time it was made you intense, because we talked about, I think, last week or something, when we were like, what happens when people walk with a herd and then someone shoots them?
Right. So
this was the moment, even though they didn't seem as scared as I would have been freaking out, like, oh shit, they seemed kind of calm.
Like, yeah, because they were still in the herd, still walking around.
Yeah, they were still walking around like, what are y'all doing? Y'all don't know when the next mime is going to go off or whatever.
That's when you creep off.
Right.
Let the herd do their thing.
Start walking backwards. You moonwalk just a little.
I'm out of here.
Right. And then the two people that got shot, and then, normally a walker gets shot, it just keep walking.
Yeah.
But they couldn't even limp. Like, those scenes right there, I was like, oh no, they're going to get caught. They're going to get caught. Someone's going to see them limping. And a walker ain't limping. So
right.
I really like those. Rosita going out and fighting all the walkers. Badass.
That was badass.
So badass. It was like a little Michonne Jr. Because remember when we first saw the trailer, you
That's
thought
a
it was
grown-ass
Michonne.
woman. Junior.
She's a Michonne in training. You know,
Rosita was always a badass though.
She's always been a badass, but I don't know if we've ever seen her go that far.
We seen her go far.
Yeah.
We seen her take a shot at
Negan.
Oh yeah, Negan. She took a shot at Negan.
Episode today, or was it yesterday? I don't know. The episodes are blending in, and the days are too.
Yeah,
I just watched the episode.
Negan blocked it with the bat.
He didn't block. He got lucky because she could have ended it then. So many times now I'm rewatching. I'm like, damn, y'all could have ended it then. Y'all could have ended it then.
Right.
But
Yeah, they could have smacked Negan up a long time ago.
Yeah. Somebody would have to sacrifice himself like Rosita was willing to, like Sasha did, but they definitely could have took him out.
Yeah.
Daryl putting himself out there and trusting Leah with his truth, although she's a backstabbing bitch, I still like that he put himself out there. Like, Daryl doesn't really talk about his feelings. He doesn't talk. He normally wouldn't do that to someone else, and it was a moment of him being vulnerable and saying, I'm going to put myself out there and trust her. But as you see, he had no hard feelings, but he was just like, fuck this bitch, when he walked off and said, I can't believe you did that.
I don't think he said, fuck this bitch. He was like, I don't know what he was like. But he had to get on.
Yeah.
Because he said, why did you do that?
Right.
Like, what do you mean why she did that?
Yeah, I don't think it was heartbreak. It was more like, damn, I had better hopes for you. So that love, there was definitely no love.
I mean, a woman that takes your dog can't be trusted.
Yeah.
Although it was her dog, she left the dog with you.
She left the dog, yep.
So when she took the dog back, it should have been a wrap. I
agree. I definitely agree. But I was not ready for her to do that. So that shocked me.
She let Daryl raise the dog and everything. When she left the dog with a pup.
Yeah, he was. Gabriel saving Maggie. That's big because he's come such a long way, you know? And when he rescued Maggie, I was like, what? Like,
it's like the first 2 or 3 seasons we've seen with Gabriel. He was like real scared. He was scary.
Yeah. Because I'm in an episode, he was scary season 5.
He was scary season 6.
He might have been scary season 6.
By season 7, he was a little scared. Was he?
Yeah, actually, he got not scared sometime in season 6, I want to say, when Rick's girlfriend, her kid, remember when the zombies came and tore through Alexandria, he's the one that was like, I'm brave, I can take the baby to the church. Yeah. So, I think that's when we start seeing Pastor Gabriel come into his own.
Yeah, you're right.
And I'm also noticing some connections with him and Rosita. Not really love connections, but I do see him and Rosita talk a lot to each other in season 7. When she's just going back and forth with him, she's pissed off everything with Abraham, and she's kind of just going and talking to Gabriel, but not as a friend, more as I hate you, but still talking to him. And,
like a priest.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. And I thought, because when it first introduced Gabriel and Rosita dating, I was like, how? I don't see the connection at all. But now I'm like, okay, they have talks.
But doesn't that make Gabriel a predator?
Shut up.
I mean, it sounds predator-like.
You mean, yeah, technically, yeah. Your therapist should never date the person that, their client.
Yeah, you're the priest, they're telling you stuff.
Yeah, and you're a priest, they confide in you, but I don't know.
And the whole time you're thinking, oh, yeah.
I don't know he was thinking that the whole time. And then, although I already mentioned it, and it's weird, but I liked it because I guess I wasn't expecting it. And that was Leah when she lied on Daryl and was like, Daryl, Dixon killed Pope and he's out there. Go get him. He turned on us.
We already knew she never loved Daryl. We already knew that. She liked Daryl. She liked the idea of Daryl, but she never loved Daryl. Like we mentioned in previous podcasts, Daryl said, oh, I'm going to visit my mom or whatever. And she's like, yo, you go visit her, you'll never see me again. Man, she never loved the dog. What if Daryl would have never came back?
Yeah.
Dog would have starved.
Part of me feels like she's doing what she's doing still because she's mad at Daryl. We saw her, she has compassion. She has the ability to have compassion. She let that man and his son go. So now, you could be saying she's doing this now because to protect her family.
I think she always wanted to be in charge. She's on a power trip.
I don't know if she's on a power trip. She's probably seeing Pope as unhinged, and she's like, I can do a better job.
Well, yeah, that's facts. But I'm saying that the whole time she questioned Pope every step of the way. So it's like she always felt she could do it better. So it doesn't matter if he was unhinged or not. She likes to be in control. She wanted to be in control of Daryl then. She wanted to be in control of Pope and the whole team now. And the other guy who hates Daryl, who likes her, I wonder if something went on with them. Because that's not a brother-sister relationship.
Yeah.
That guy's a little too mad that Daryl's back.
Yeah, he is. He's like, I should have killed him when I had the chance. I was like,
yeah.
You big man. Chill out. Jeez. And then the only dislike I had, really, like I said, was Daryl being so obvious. Like, for him to be a tracker, have all these skills, have been tortured. He's been in the enemy's camp so many times. But he's so obvious every time he talks.
Daryl has been in the most enemy camps.
Yes,
he's been captured more times than anybody.
Right.
That dude, hold on, let's go over his captures. He was captured by, was he captured in Terminus?
Oh, yeah, he was captured in Terminus. Was he? Wait, was he there?
Was he?
I feel like he was. Yeah, because they said they named him. Like, you know, Rick was like, I forgot what they called Rick, but they called, you know, Michonne Samurai.
Yeah.
And they called Daryl something else.
So Daryl was captured then. We know.
He was captured by Negan.
Yeah, the Saviors captured him.
Then technically he was with those people that Rick had to bite their neck. He wasn't technically captured, but if he tried to leave, they probably would have killed him.
He was captured.
Yeah, the claimed people.
Right. He had to learn quick.
Yeah. There's probably been more.
There's been a lot more.
Yeah. I mean, then, not to get dark, but he was in enemy territory growing up. Like, his father and everything like that, you know, was abusive. So he's used to that hurt and that pain.
So he's been captured his whole life.
Yeah. And now he's finally free. This is his freedom.
Is he?
Not right now. Not in the current moment, but he's with his people.
But you have to think about it. He's captured now.
Yeah.
And speaking of captured, Daryl is the best at making the best out of any situation. Like when he was in a house, and we said that was obvious that he was speaking like, he was speaking loud too. So what if they come and fight your 10 people with only 2 guns? And
right.
Like, he was just obvious, giving everything away, laying it all out. But Daryl came in handy this week. And I think, remember I said, why didn't they leave that house? Because the first house they went to, they were like, oh, no. Daryl said, hey, let's look around. He's like, nah, you slowing us down. When they got to the second house, the guy said, were you in a hurry for it, Daryl? Because Daryl was so obvious. But this week, he came in handy. And I don't know why they didn't see him creep off to unlock the gate, creep off to go kill somebody, creep off to go do this. Remember, she said, Daryl, where were you at? Daryl was very suspicious. I can't trust it. Like, it's like somebody inside your house and every couple of minutes they come up missing. Like, you didn't go to the bathroom that many times.
Right. But he did have his bow and arrow. And he was like, oh, I went and got more arrows.
No, Daryl, empty your pockets.
Right.
You were missing too long in my house. But yeah, Daryl came in handy. He let our people in, which I think was very dangerous. Because although Maggie, Negan, Gabriel, they have the masks, they have the blood and everything, Daryl's still exposed. When the walkers came in, I mean, they could have killed everybody, including themselves. It was a dangerous, it was a dummy mission.
I agree. It's been a dummy mission from the start. But we'll see if they get out of it, especially with how it ended.
Right. And a dislike of mine is I'm tired of people in the zombie apocalypse making these machines, making these weapons of mass destruction. Yeah,
with the weird name. It's like, why did y'all bring it out at that point? You know, they didn't even bring it out at the beginning. It's like they waited until things got real bad. Like, we gonna wait until it gets real bad to use our weapon. Why?
I mean, all it was firecrackers.
Well, I'm guessing it's gonna blow up.
No, it was shooting arrows.
Okay.
It was shooting arrows.
All right, if you guys would like to be part of the podcast, hit us up, dead@theverdictsin.com. That's dead@theverdictsin.com, and we'll be sure to discuss it on the feedback on the podcast. And today we have an email from Gloria. Hey, Miss Gloria.
Hey, Mom.
And she goes, thanks for asking about me, Chantel. I love your comments. They're similar to my thoughts most of the time. Okay, she has a few episodes she wants to talk about. She goes, okay, let's start with On the Inside, episode 6. Chantel, I do agree with you on this one. This was the scariest stuff I've seen in a long time. I, too, think that Lauren Ridloff, who plays Connie, should receive an Oscar for that performance. The director, Greg Nicotero, who directed episode 6. Oh, yeah. 6, 7, and Kevin DeBolt, the writer of this episode, should also receive an Oscar. The feral cannabis were too scary. I can't really get into this episode because I have 2 more episodes to comment on. All right. She goes, episode 7, Promises Broken. Starting with the Commonwealth, I think Lance Hornsby is up to no good. She's talking about Mr. Hornsby. He's trying to control everything and everybody. He set up Eugene so he could stop Yumiko from meeting with the Governor Milton. Oh. So she's saying, I think she's suggesting that Rich Boy was left under, he probably didn't realize he was part of this, but that's why the security weren't there. Oh. Mr. Hornsby knew, because didn't he direct them, hey, can you guys clear some more up by the wall?
Yeah.
I didn't even think that it was a setup. Yeah. And so he set them up knowing that to make them more in their debt again. You know? Okay.
He on to something.
Yeah. She said he sent Eugene to clear the area by the north fence line and told the other guys to come with him except Stephanie. While in jail, Hornsby told Eugene he could have been a hero and got anything he wanted. I guess if he didn't hit the spoiled brat. Oh, it's going even further. Okay, so it wasn't to set up Eugene to make him look bad. It was to set up Eugene to help. Because remember, he did tell Yumiko, I'm trying to help you guys or something. He said, I'm doing my best here. Like, or I trust me, I'm the good guy.
Right.
So maybe that's why he was saying that to Eugene. Like, shit, I set it up so you can be the savior, help him out, and then you'll be in good grace. But you hit him, which ended up making things bad. I still think the save should count as a save.
But you're right. I think a save should count as a save, especially a girl. I mean, Eugene, that's the first time I've seen him protect somebody. Well, protect a woman. I can't say that.
Yeah, no, because Eugene's been fighting for a few years now.
Well, not a few years.
A few years. When he went to Savior territory, when he was calling himself Negan.
He wasn't fighting then, though.
He started fighting right after.
The first time I seen Negan fight was in Oceanside, when he grew the ponytail and got a little badass.
Oh, okay.
Up until then, Eugene was Eugene.
Yeah.
Now he's Eugene.
All right, she continues. She says, I think Hornsby has higher aspirations. He told Yumiko her brother would be home tonight. She asked him what's in it for him, and he said he has a friend in high places. Meaning he knows she's going to be in a high position, then she can do a favor for him. I think the old Eugene is gone. You know, the one if you made eye contact with would spill the beans. I think he knows better not to give up on his people now. I also think the Commonwealth is a communist government.
I agree
as well. And I don't know. I'm just watching when he got captured by the saviors. He was literally trembling in his boots. And Negan kept saying, like, you don't have to be scared anymore. Like, just chill. He was too scared even for Negan. Negan usually likes scared people. But he was too scared. Like, man, you making me nervous. You
scared me now.
Yeah, which was really behind us because you're acting too scared. So, yeah, old Eugene is gone. The Commonwealth, it's unfortunate that they keep having these communities that could be great, such as, you know, the governor, what was that? Woodbury.
Oh, Woodbury was great.
And Terminus. It's like the most thing you need.
Until they made people fight to the death.
Right. Fight to the death. And then Terminus was eating people. And it's like, y'all had space. You had land. You had walls. All these places had the core things you need to survive in this world. And instead of just being happy and grateful for that, they decide, no, we're going to do the other thing instead.
You know what? The Terminus didn't make any sense.
It didn't.
That was the only one that said, yeah, we used to save people.
But now you invite people in
and eat them? Yeah.
And so every time you invite people, you're just hoping that you survive.
Right.
You know, you're bound to come upon a Rick group, you know, one time or another, eventually.
But I don't understand why they start eating people.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because we once saved people. We were the good guys.
You went from saving to eating. If anything, I could see, like, we ain't taking people in anymore, just like how Michonne did, but to go from we went to saving people to now we're going to eat them instead is weird.
It is weird.
All right, she continues, I think Gary's right about Negan saying I kept the mask for practical, sentimental reasons. Alpha really liked Negan. That's how she let down her guard. Before the apocalypse, Negan was a smart-mouthed gym teacher. Maggie told him she's not going to cut up anybody she knows and define 4 strangers.
I mean, of course it's sentimental. Negan just got out of prison. What'd you say? He was in prison for like 12 years? He was out on work release?
Mm-hmm.
Man, that was the best time of his life.
Yeah.
No matter how stinky it was. How stinky, disgusting. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I can see it.
I can too.
I can see it in my head. It's just grossing me out. But hey, we been in prison that long.
But yeah, I guess he really did mean it for sentimental, practical reasons. I don't know. But she likes classic Negan, saying that, when he was making fun of Maggie, and Maggie's like, it's not fun, and he's like with that, not that attitude. So.
Right.
And then she goes, Gary, you can always talk to me, no side eyes necessary here. Don't hold a grudge like Maggie did for me. I love you, son. And that had to do with Gary saying holding grudges, and he's still looking at his mama side eye 30 years later. All right, and she goes,
no grudges held. No grudges.
No grudges, yeah.
It was a joke, Ma.
Okay.
I'm still scared. I'm a grown man. I was joking, Mom.
And she continues, Gabriel's like no other human being who loves God. You love God, but at times you fall down. You have your doubts when you pray and bad things continue happening.
But she's right.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes your faith can be tested. I mean, I think we think different of Gabriel because he's wearing the outfit and he calls himself Pastor Gabriel. But he's still a man. He's still a person.
Yeah, but he be flip-flopping every other episode. So it's like, come on, Gabriel. God's not here. I ain't God, talk to me. Da-da-da. I'm like, which one is it?
I think a lot of people flip-flop. A lot of people flip-flop. When something bad happens, when your faith is tested, they do it all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then when something bad happens, like, oh, Jesus, help me.
Right.
If you do this for me, making deals and stuff. Okay, if you do this for me this one time, I promise. I promise.
I'll be good.
I'll be good.
All right, she goes, Nicole, I love you so much, best daughter-in-law, but I have to disagree with you about those stormtrooper outfits. I would love to have one of those in the apocalypse. It's probably bulletproof and the zombies can't bite you. Oh, love you too, Miss Gloria. And yes, you're absolutely right. The zombie, like all the times that they're worried about scratches and stuff like that, and some of them used to protect their arms, like the Kingdom people.
Yeah.
So yeah, no walkers biting into that, and not at least on the first bite. It's gonna take them several bites to get through that costume.
They're not biting through that.
Yeah, but it still looks very uncomfortable, and to be sitting there and wearing all day. People are complaining about wearing masks. Imagine wearing that costume all day.
Now that you say something, I call bullshit on somebody biting you.
Why?
Why they teeth falling out, or these are dead.
You're right. Why do they still have teeth?
Right.
Yeah, they should have teeth.
I don't want to go too deep because it might mess it up for me.
Right. I mean, yeah, you first have to accept that the zombies are real, and if you could accept that, then accept all the other things that don't make sense.
I mean, you think about it, when they find like skulls or everything, they still have teeth.
Yeah, that's true.
But there's a lot of rot with these zombies. I don't know. They just look like they shouldn't have teeth.
We should at least see a bite with someone having a tooth in their
right,
arm.
Like a tooth just fell out.
Yeah, like I would like to see a bite, and then you look at your arm where they got bit, and there's a tooth stuck in it. All right, and then she goes, lastly, episode 8, even though this is the last one for a minute, I'm not a fan. Daryl helped Maggie get access to the Reaper's camp to let the walkers in. The only part I liked seeing was Maggie acting like a zombie. Leah and Daryl killed Pope after he tried to light the Hakwa, whatever that was called, and kill the Reapers. Leah and his family along with the walkers. And then the Reaper who built it. I don't know if that guy built it, but technically he was the one that was going to, light the thing.
Yeah.
So she didn't like that part. The only part she liked was Maggie
I
being
call
zombie.
bullshit on that also. Because I thought that was like reckless. Like, are you sure you want to let the zombies in the camp? I can see letting the people in the camp, like letting Maggie, Gabriel, but zombies overtaking the camp. I mean, that could be the end of all of you.
Yeah.
Because even with the whispers, one false move, and we've seen it plenty of times. Like the lady, not the lady with the baby. Oh, the lady who was crying about her baby. Remember, all she did was cry a little bit, and the zombies realized, like, oh, you're not one of us.
Yeah, Rick's ex-girlfriend. Yeah.
No, the lady who lost her baby.
Oh, yeah. One of the whispers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then she just talked about like how, the walkers, which it didn't make my like list or dislike list, which was the storm happening at Alexandria. I am curious to see what will happen with, Judith and Gracie.
Well, it kind of made your like list. You talk about Rosita.
Oh, yeah. But I guess I don't know. The storm, every time it kept going back to the storm, I just felt like it should be a completely different episode, I felt.
I didn't like the storm either. Because all of a sudden, a storm happening, thunder's happening elsewhere, but the zombies want to come here.
Right. Out of all the places, you're right. I didn't like it also because
it just felt like it was for like shock value.
Yeah.
It was a shock factor, like, oh, let's just bring zombies in here to do. It didn't make sense. You just see a gate fly, and all of a sudden, this is the place to be.
Right. I didn't like it also because it was like they had all these holes in the windows, and I'm like, hold on, this is not your guys' first, hurricane. Why haven't you guys put like all the interior doors? Use the closet door, use a pantry door, use a bathroom door. Put something against those. Like, you should have been prepared. This is not your first, harsh weather at Alexandria. It just can't be after all the years you've been there. Either way, they should have been more prepared.
Yeah, we're in Atlanta, so I don't know about, the storms coming in, stuff flying in your window. That's that movie shit.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Miss Gloria, for your letter. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And then we have a message today from Chantel.
What's up, Chantel?
She goes, hey, y'all. This week's episode was okay. I liked it, but I wasn't blown away. Part of this could be because I was trying to hurry and watch on my iPad while in the office. I closed the door and pretended to be on a Zoom call. I tend to connect to the episodes better when I'm at home watching my TV. Anyway, here are my thoughts. Okay, she has the Reapers. The Reapers started as scary, seemingly horrible foes and have evolved into a less charismatic version of the Saviors. I'm still trying to figure out their purpose. There are things I like about them. The cult stuff fascinates me, and they make some interesting social commentaries that we have discussed on other episodes. But this late in the game, I don't know why we are being forced to deal with them. Yes, thank you. Yes. I really thought with this being the last season that we weren't really going to have any enemies. I thought we were going to be showing them, like, adapt, see the world change. Like, especially now that I'm watching them, just got to season 8, but all season 7, they talked about the future. This is the future. The baby's the future. And I'm like, okay, like, why are we still doing all this fighting? Like, I don't know.
That's what the world's become.
Yeah.
It's become people after people. Everybody's a good guy.
Yep.
Everybody protecting their
Everybody's
family.
a good guy to themselves, yeah.
Right.
That said, do you guys see how fine that brother was that Pope sent to die? Yes. My goodness, whoever did the casting for the Reapers decided to bless us when it came to the ancillary gang members. Several of them were hot. Yeah, like when I saw Wells, I was like, oh, they got a cute black guy. He seems normal besides that he's with the, the Pope's group or whatever. But then once Pope sent him out there, I'm like, oh, dang, he ain't gonna last. And then I'm like, I laughed because he had waves. I said, oh, you got time for waves in the apocalypse. He
kept his wave brush.
Yeah, kept his wave brush, the cap and everything.
It's a hobby.
Yeah. Maybe he had more time to take care of it, but he had a fresh cut.
Yeah, I'm tired of seeing people with fresh cuts in The Walking Dead.
Kelly, every week I see Kelly here. I'm like, Kelly just got her hair cut. Like, her hair is done every episode. I'm like, come on. We have to see more. She has to let that girl out just a little for it to be more realistic.
Or we need to see a beauty salon inside Alexandria.
Yeah. We did see one at Saviors. Remember, there was people cutting hair. Oh, and then, Rick's old girlfriend, but she's been gone, so. All right, she said, the minute I saw Wells, I knew he was a goner, but his swag, his overall look was a nice treat. Pope truly is a cult leader who is full of self-righteous hypocrisy. He talks about this group as though they are family, and he is the God-chosen patriarch. He loves his sons and daughters and won't abide by any of them leaving another behind. Remember a few weeks ago when he burned that guy to death for being afraid and running instead of helping his brother? This week, he turns around and sacrifices one of his sons and tries to justify it by saying that Wells was a soldier. Later, he was willing to kill his people to ensure that he got rid of Maggie's horde, breaching Meridian's walls. When Leah pushed back on his actions, he gave a very cult leader-like answer. The Lord speaks through me. You don't question the Lord, you don't question me. I roll. Leah killing Pope and ratting Daryl out was spoiled to me, but I was able to turn the podcast off before hearing that she extends to power. Sorry, I'm so sorry that happened, Chantel, to you. The way she and Maggie stared at one another tells me this Reaper stuff is going to continue through at least part of the next third. I went into, or the next third episode, or the next one. I went into this episode truly hoping that we would get the big showdown and we'd be finished with the Reaper storyline. I guess we just aren't that lucky.
Maybe I feel a little different about it because I love the Reaper storyline. I actually love the episode. What's the thing called? The
Meridian?
No. The thing they pulled out.
The Hopwa. I don't know. I don't know why they gave it a difficult name, or if that's like an official name of that instrument. So I'm like, why did you guys name it that? But that could be like an actual real instrument, and that's like the real name of it.
I enjoyed the episode, and I enjoyed the people, and not knowing if, well, also I'm not a big Maggie fan, so not knowing if Maggie, Negan, I mean, because what if it takes both of them out? What if we lose two people?
Maggie and Negan?
Right.
That would suck. Because it almost feels like we didn't get, I mean, that would be real life, like not having closure on everything. Just like with Heath, we haven't had closure with him yet either. But if Maggie and Negan were to die and we didn't really get that closure that we needed.
What closure are you talking about? Like Maggie killing Negan?
Yeah. Yeah, something. Even though I was watching back in.
You know what? And I'm sorry for cutting you off.
It's okay.
I think that it'd be a horror tragedy. Horror if Negan died.
I don't think it would be a tragedy.
Like, if they just take Maggie, I'd be like, oh, man. Maggie's dead. But Negan survived. But if they take both of them, yeah, I mean, I think Negan is a part of us. He's a part of the community now. He's family.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
Maggie is doing this for her family.
All right.
And there better be some good ass food up in there too. When they open that, there better be a KFC. There better be a Taco Bell. It better be some good ass food up in there.
I did like how Daryl was going around like he knocked it, he unlocked it, like, you know, and he killed the guy. I like that sneakiness. So when he undid the food, I thought the door was going to open and show us they moved the food. But since the door didn't open, we still don't see what's in there. But that would suck if they did all that and then like the food, like this whole
There's a whole bunch of pinto beans or something.
No, but maybe with the guy telling Pope whatever he needed to tell him, maybe when Daryl saw the food that day, it was all set up. Like, let him see a little bit of the food, let him lock it up, and then now Daryl thinks that's where the food is. Like, I might be overthinking it, but I wonder if that was like set up for Daryl to see the food.
They might have a gourmet chef in there.
So we'll see what happens.
Send us in there like that. I want to see. I want to see the cans. Like, you know, when I play football, you know, the concession stands, they had the little cheese in the can, the nacho cheese and nacho. Mm-hmm. They better have all that in there.
All of it. All right. She goes Whisper plan. Maggie and Elijah caught onto the Whisper way quickly. The horde that masked was impressive. What was even more impressive is that Pope was able to figure out pretty quickly that something wasn't right. I felt confident about the plan until the landmines start going off. When were those placed? Were they ever referenced by the Reapers before that scene? No. Or was Daryl just bebopping around all willy-nilly at any given time? He would have stepped on a mine. A random animal scurrying by never triggered one to blow. I know it's a little thing, and I'm usually able to suspend disbelief pretty easily, but seriously? Yeah. I mean, I thought the mine thing and then the whole machine that they had, I'm like, come on, why didn't they use that? Like, you know?
Yeah. The mine thing was a little weird.
Yeah.
Maybe Daryl and them, maybe they never come in on that part.
Maybe
they come in on the opposite, like the East Wing or something. And right here, they're on the West Wing. And I don't know. It is crazy because nobody, and Daryl didn't know. Because remember, he said they'd never make it this far.
Yeah.
Like
and
he just
when it started blowing up.
like he just mentally just put minds there at that moment.
Right. All right, she continues. Anyway, I love that our group was hidden in the horde, didn't waver once the mine started going off. Did Elijah get hit by a shrapnel? What happened to him after that? I was really nervous when Maggie sent Gabe on what I thought was another dummy mission. I love that he found out what he was sent to find and was able to save Maggie in the nick of time, just like she did for him during the Whisperer War last season. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Maggie hot wiring the car was badass as she was jumping out of it. Yeah, I like that. I appreciate they didn't have her jump out unscathed like she was an action hero. She was limping. Her body was very obviously felt the impact, and yet she was still able to fight that guy. Gabe ultimately saved her, but she wasn't backing down. The only other time I think we have seen her fight like this was when she and Carol were kidnapped by those saviors during the raid on the compound. Yeah, we don't really see that much hand on hand. I mean, well, Maggie's been gone for so long as well, so it's hard to say when's the last time we saw her doing hand-to-hand combat.
Like 12, 13, 14 years.
Okay.
14 years ago.
Yeah, not that long. And she continues, it's interesting that they made it a point to have Elijah say that he wanted to be the one to kill him. I assumed him was Pope, but I must be wrong. Why, if Leah was meant to kill Pope, would they have Elijah say that? Maybe he meant Hot Reaper who loves Leah and hates Daryl? I still think there's something Gabe left Reaper Priest, or something that Gabe left Reaper Priest, that is so hard to say, alive. I thought Pope would kill Gabe, then I thought Reaper Priest would do it. I still think it's a possibility because Gabe is still in that building and we don't know where the Reaper Priest is. I really believe Gabe's days are numbered. Now, going back to the Elijah part, I actually sort of don't like when they do that in movies and shows, when they reference someone but you're not clear who it is. Like, I got him. He's mine. They've said that several times throughout this series. Like, I'm just looking. Rick was like, I got him. Like, who? But we all know you're talking about Negan. But in this case, yeah, I assumed he was talking about Pope. But now that Pope is dead, was he talking about Pope and he just missed out? Or was it somebody else?
Yeah, he probably was talking about his brother. Because I still think he was part of them.
Elijah, yeah, he had the mask. He might have. And maybe that's the secret Maggie's keeping. No, because, well, I don't know. I have no idea.
So you miss you keeping a secret?
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
So you don't trust her?
I don't know.
So you feel like me?
No, I wouldn't go that far. No. All right, she goes, Alexandria. I really think it's time to let Alexandria go. There has to be other communities and properties out there for him.
It's so ghetto now.
But the thing is,
I don't want to say Alexandria.
When they went to Alexandria, it was built for sustainability. It was built for pretty much like this. Its own solar power, its own this, its own that. So to me, that's still, they just need to fix Alexandria.
You know what? It just got, I don't know. Because it just got real ghetto when the wolves started tagging the place and they never cleaned it.
Yeah.
It's like they just accepted it. Like, oh, we're here. Yeah. Trash on the ground. I mean, Alexandria got real bad.
Once Riggins people, because remember Daryl was up there cutting like a rabbit on the porch, and I'm like, you about to ruin their porch? Like, this is nice, clean porch.
So you said it was all good, and we brought the hood.
Yes, they brought the hood with them. They was like, we keeping it real. This is this is what's happening now.
I mean, stuff started falling apart. We didn't fix it, and it just got bad there. I mean, I'm ready to go to Oceanside.
Well, speaking of, she continues, she goes, where are the Oceanside people? I don't think the Whisperers destroyed their community. They never made it there because the showdown took place around that abandoned hospital. They have an abundance of food, fish, and are camouflaged by the trees and etc. around them. Everyone needs to head there. I agree.
Yeah. I would have been left.
Right. I mean,
in fact, that's where, what's the guy name?
Yeah. Luke. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there with Luke. And I've been talking about Alexandria. Like,
right. It was ghetto.
It wasn't for me.
Yeah, that's what it wasn't for me. All right. The Walking Dead does a good job of making certain characters grow on you. Virgil is a fine example. He seems like a perfectly normal, really sweet, sensitive guy now. Nothing like the scared, nerdy punk who was roofing people they were intentionally introduced to. I find myself hoping he stays around. The conversation that he had with Judith about Michonne always being with her made me cry a little bit. I hope they have more scenes together. Yeah. I pretty much said that. I mean, Virgil's growing on me. He's a really good actor. I would like to see him.
I mean, he's a damn good actor. But, I mean, like I said, if Virgil still had his Quaaludes, Virgil, he'll still be Creepy Bill.
Hush. Now, I will say with Virgil coming back, I wonder if there's going to be some love triangle. Because I saw Connie, like, kind of holding his hand. But she might have just been like, this dude and I just went through some serious shit together. Yeah. We almost died.
Right.
Or, or it could be something love-like. Because I was like, when Daryl comes back, he sees Connie. Now she's liking Virgil. Da-da.
Well, Virgil did save her.
Yeah. They bonded. They bonded over some crawlers, so.
Yeah, he is a bad guy.
What you mean he's a bad guy?
Yeah.
Oh, hush.
Girls like bad boys.
I thought for sure Virgil would spill the beans about Michonne's mission by now. He knew that she was looking for Rick. He might not know exactly where, but he knows why she left. I think he would have said something to Connie at least. Yeah.
Maybe.
And then she continues, love that they keep telegraphing Judith's parents. It is giving me hope that we will see at least one of them before the series ends. Rosita Espinosa, her fight scene was so good. I was on the edge of my seat because she is so small and she was kicking major ass. We haven't had a big death yet this season, and for a minute I thought it was going to be her. What a way to go that would have been. I'm happy they didn't go through with it. I want her to survive this thing. Connie is an angel. Her saying she would go with Carol was her saying that she forgives her and still trusts her. I can't wait for her and Daryl to see one another again. Excuse me, I can't talk. And then she has a question, but before we get to that, I actually like that when Connie was like, "I'll go with Carol." See, Chantel took it as, "I'll go with Carol," like, "I forgive you, I'm good," like, we're good. But I took it as, bitch, we about to have a few words here. Like, I don't know. That's how I took it. I was like, oh, she about to confront Carol. I mean, she gonna get the work done, but she probably does want to talk to Carol and, like, just see where her head is at now, at least.
Yeah.
And then she goes, question, what happened to Lydia? Remember, she was the only one holding the door after she told Rosita to go get Coco. Then Judith gets with Gracie, and the next thing we see are walkers flooding through the hall of the house. Where is she? They wouldn't kill her off camera, would they? No, I just assumed she ran upstairs. Or at least that's what I thought, she ran upstairs. I'm assuming that the only girls are, no one's on the main level. Gracie and Judith are on the bottom, and everyone else is upstairs. And then in a few minutes, they'll realize, oh shit, Gracie and Judith are downstairs.
I just call bullshit on the whole thing. That whole scene, it doesn't make any sense.
I agree.
Like, you don't think if the walkers get hit by rain, that's what they're focused on, something hitting them.
Right.
Or, like I said, sound, touch.
And then where's everybody else? Is the walkers throughout they're flooding the whole Alexandria? Because then where's all the other people in their homes?
Yeah, I don't understand why they flooded any Alexandria.
Yeah, but even if they were just, say, in front of that house, they're not in the whole neighborhood. So everyone else just sitting in their house saying, we gotta be quiet, walkers are outside.
It just doesn't make any sense.
All right.
I don't even want to try to make sense out of it. It doesn't make any.
All right, she has 9 randomness things. Did you guys notice Herschel rubbing RJ's hair to calm him down when all the kids were huddled together? So sweet. Oh, no. I didn't notice that part. Why don't they give RJ more to do? Yeah, I mean, Judith, we've been seeing her talk for years now. I would like to see more of RJ. We don't even know his personality yet.
I like RJ being a kid.
That's true. But look what being a kid got you. I mean, Gracie, she's not that much younger than Judith, and she didn't know anything.
But I think that's okay. I think that's how she was meant to be raised. Like, sometimes you want to raise a kid. I mean, you want things to be normal in the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, I mean, I see it both ways. It's like, yeah, I want my kid to have just as normal life as possible. But then at the same time, is that failing your kid?
I don't think so.
If she can't protect herself and they live in a world where you have to protect yourself.
I just don't want my kid just walking around with a sword all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get it. That's why I said, I don't know. You can look at it 2 different ways.
You know, I want my kid to go out and play with other kids. I don't want them to know. Well, they know what's going on outside of the fence because you want to let them know about danger, but you don't want them to be like Judith. Judith always went, oh, I'll go help you. I'll go do this. No, just go play Nintendo or something. Go do something.
Be a kid.
Be a kid.
She goes, 3, I don't think Alden is dead yet. They had his name in the opening credits, and it was shown during the title sequence. I don't think the actor was promoted to series regular, though. Good for him. Oh, I didn't know the actor was promoted to series regular. Good for him. Yeah.
Who's
good.
that?
Alden.
Oh.
And I'm just on the episode where we meet Alden, where they capture him, and he's like, trying to talk sense into the saviors when some ran off, and he's like, like, they got guns, y'all, play this smart.
Yeah.
So, all right, 4, where the hell is Dog? Yeah, I don't know. He's in one of the houses at Alexandria. Oh, no, because Daryl had him.
Yeah, Daryl had him. Well,
yeah, I don't know
Daryl
where
didn't
Dog
have
is.
him.
Yeah, well, Leah took him back.
Yeah, Leah had him.
She left him wherever she left him last time. Again, yeah. It was good to see Diane. Yeah. Diane was one of the ones holding door originally from the kingdom. Jerry and Bella.
Yeah, you told me that.
Because Gary's like, who the hell's that? I was like, that's Diane. She's from the kingdom. Jerry and Bella have a lot of kids. Yes, they do. Actually, too many damn kids. Now they're just being irresponsible. Because when I saw Jerry, somebody was holding him back. I said, what the hell? How many babies do they got?
Well, I mean, what else is there to do?
Chill out, man.
What else is there to do?
Y'all don't have more than what you can hold. If you can't, you hold one, I hold one. What you gonna do if something emergency happened now? And now there's a third one just that has to fend for itself.
Have another one.
Have another one to hold that one. Yeah, but no, it's sweet. It was actually sweet to see all the kids. Like, each season we see more and more kids get added to the community. So I actually like seeing all the babies being held and, the different kids. I'm like, yeah, this is what they wanted. This is the future.
Yeah.
Will we ever find out what Frost told Pope before Pope killed him? Yeah. Or before Pope killed him? No, I mean, yeah, because Pope is now dead. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, we don't have to find out. Daryl told it all.
Oh, that's true. How will Negan and Maggie get out of this? This could be where Negan dies, throwing himself on top of Maggie to shield her from the wild-looking weapon.
I hope not.
Yeah.
I hope Maggie dies shielding Negan.
I hope Negan. I want Negan to die, but I kind of want him to die.
Why do you want Negan to die? That's crazy.
Because, I mean, yeah, he's great, but I've already talked about this. He has to die. And then not only that,
he don't have to die.
I kind of want Rick to kill him because, in the old episodes, Rick is like, I told him several times, I'm going to kill you. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but I'm going to kill you. And I'm like, okay, Rick, when are you going to kill him?
All life is precious.
Yeah. Morgan went through that stage. I'm back on the killing Morgan stage. Morgan was killing and taking names all this episode I just watched when they went in the Savior's compound or whatever. All right, and then she goes, callback. Judith slicing the walker's arm reminded me of Rick slicing Jesse's arm when she was holding on to Carl as the walkers devoured her. No RIP for her. She was annoying as fuck. But I didn't have a problem with Jesse. I didn't have a problem with Jesse at all. And actually, I was just watching those episodes again. I know I keep saying that. But I remember when those episodes were airing, people were judging, saying, like, Jessie does not look like your typical abused woman, like how Carol did, And really, with all this time going by and just everything that you see in the news, like the Gabby situation, the young lady that was recently killed by her boyfriend. Like, my point is that you never know what someone's going through. You never know,
right.
Not all abuse is visible. And she was putting on her, her Facebook page face, the social media face where you post the pictures and everything's all happy-gory. And then, her and her husband were taking walks. You would think they were a happy couple. They were, walking and he's all waving to Rick and so I remember that a lot of people were judging, saying she didn't seem like it, but at the same time, I appreciate that they're showing different ways of what abuse can look like, or how you may not even notice it,
Right.
Because you would think Sammy be stronger, the little boy that died. He would have been stronger. He seen his dad act like an asshole. Remember, the other brother was stronger, the older one, but little Sammy, he was scared as heck. And that's how she died, because he freaked out.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're two different kids. They're going to react two different ways.
Yep. All right, she goes, I'm stopping here. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for writing in, Chantel.
Thanks, Chantel.
Oh, she gotta stop watching Impeachment so I can watch as you guys release the episodes. Oh, thank you. Yeah, now that we'll have a break, we can get on Impeachment, and I don't think there will be a schedule for it. At this point, we're so behind, so I think we're just gonna watch the episode again, the first episode tape, and then so have it ready. If you do want to write in for Impeachment, just label the episode in your email which episode it is, so then we can discuss it at that time. And then she goes, take care, Verdicts and Fam. Only 16 more episodes to go. Only, Chantel? Only
2 more seasons left to go.
Only 2 more seasons left in this season 11. So thank you so much for writing in. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Chantel.
Then we have a message from Alma on Facebook.
Hey, Alma.
Hey, Alma. She goes, I thought the episode was pretty good. A couple of things bugged me a bit. 1, although Virgil talking to Judith gave me some feels, couldn't help but give it the side eye, I guess she's saying, because how can he have gotten to know Michonne so well in one day?
Right.
He was only with her one. Yeah. Because he was talking to her like he just knew her mama so well.
But was it one day?
It felt like a day. I mean, maybe a day or 2.
I mean, she could have been roofie for a long time.
Right. I was going to say, it depends on how long she was drugged. But
yeah, it could have been a month, 2 months.
I'll eventually get to that season. I think was that season 10.
But I mean, you're right. Like, how could he know Michonne that much? Where he's telling her about her mama,
yeah,
like they grew up together.
Right. 2, I felt Pope got killed off way too easy, but I'm glad he's gone. I thought so too. Like when it was happening, and he realized Leah was about to turn on him, but it was too late because then Daryl turned on him.
Yeah.
And then Leah ended up killing him. So I was surprised that it happened so quickly. But I sort of talk about that a lot. Like, sometimes they give big characters, whether it's a guest villain or one of our stars, like these big deaths. And I like that it just happened quick. Like, whoa, okay, wasn't expecting that to happen right now. So.
Yeah, and that's what we were talking about with Negan. We they had plenty of opportunity.
Yeah.
And on this scene, they had the opportunity. They took it.
Yep. 3, fucking Leah threw me for a big loop with her blaming Pope's death on Daryl. I know.
Yeah.
At least Daryl knows where he stands with her. By the way, I don't care for her anyways.
Daryl should have known where he stood with her.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Because she did, like I said, she showed a softer side. It looked like she was gonna, it looked like she was easing up. So, I love how Whispering Negan and Maggie shanked that Reaper dude, and Badass Rosita was awesome as well. I'm surprised we did not have a death. The ending left me speechless. I literally screamed, that's it? That's what I got? Looking forward to hearing y'all's thoughts. Thanks, Alma.
Thank you, Alma. And I actually love the ending because we don't know. We don't know if Maggie, Negan. I mean, that's what we wanted. I mean, this right here could be the beginning of the Daryl and Carol episodes. Because Daryl and probably... Well, Daryl might be the only one left out of here. Because we keep talking about the other killer pastor. There can only be one pastor in the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
I don't want to see 2 people walking around in that outfit.
I was going to say, I don't want to hear the talk of it. Like how they keep, doing their talk.
Right. But they might have a pastor showdown. Like, see who know the Bible the best.
Whoever knows the Bible the best gets to stay pastor. All right, we have an email today from Mike. He goes, what up, Gary? What up, Nicole? It's been a long time, but I'm here. It's me, New York City Mike, the guy that used to listen to your Empire podcast with my daughter on her way to school. Oh.
You remember?
Yeah.
We actually, how old is your daughter?
Right.
Listen to our podcast.
Right.
What's up, Mike?
What's up? I want to first say I'm loving the Walking Dead podcast. Second, I like to say Nicole be speaking facts. I'm not about to get tortured by no one. Right. I was thinking about that when I was just thinking about that today. I was like, was I wrong for saying that? Remember when I was like, I'm not getting tortured. You don't have to touch me or anything. Like, I will snitch real quick.
Yeah, you was wrong for that.
No, I started having second thoughts. But now Mike just said he agrees with me. So, yeah, I'm back on that. I'm not getting tortured for nothing train. Not going to happen. I mean, he goes, I'm giving everybody up. My wife, my daughter, my mother, father, everybody. Right. Gary over there talking like he's Jason Bourne, saying he wouldn't give his people up.
I'm not giving nobody up.
You're not taking a fingernail, finger, ear, or eye from me. Third, Alma's right. Enid been dead. You didn't know she was missing? I died laughing when you read that part. Thanks, Alma. We got to look out for them so they won't be saying this in public again. I know. I should be embarrassed. That's actually what prompted me to go back and rewatch, because there's 11 seasons. There's so much stuff. So I'm like, I'm about to be an expert come second half.
Yeah, because when I read when I read her message on Facebook, I just cracked up laughing.
Same.
I'm like, you are right.
Damn, I forgot.
It's like we didn't know she was missing.
Yeah. That was sad.
And she was sort of a major character.
She was. She's been there since season 5.
Like, we just thought she was out there doctoring somewhere.
Yeah. I didn't know where she was. That's why I'm like, I don't even remember. I was just assuming she was there, Alexandria. So, I don't know. We might think of somebody else that's dead that, Alden may be next. But we know he's on the brink. He goes, 4th, the name of the pod should be The Verdict's In and Chantel, because that's the third host. She is. I told Chantel that. I said, Chantel, what? You are our unofficial host of the podcast. Yes, it should be The Verdict's In featuring Chantel, because she definitely helps us out here writing every week, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, we do.
Every podcast she goes in, well, that's it. My daughter said, keep us laughing. You're doing great. I wish we didn't know about Daryl's spinoff. It really took the suspense out of this episode. I'm with Gary. Right. Because that's how you keep knowing. It's like, he's not gonna die. He has a spinoff.
Right. Michonne's not
Michonne. Carol.
Well, I know Daryl and Carol, but isn't Michonne gonna be part of the movie or whatever? So we know that.
I think they did mention her being in the movie.
So I hate when they do that.
Yeah.
Like with Daryl.
Yeah.
Not Daryl.
Rick. When Rick left.
Yeah, when Rick left.
We didn't have to know all that. I agree. I'm with Gary on Maggie. She's going to get everybody killed. All right, Nicole and Jason Bourne, Gary. Stay giving it to us. Mike from New York. Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, Gary was acting like Jason Bourne. I'm not doing any of this. And then the other week, what you were saying, if you had to, you'd be able to cut off an arm.
Yeah, you taking my whole head. I'm not giving up my family.
I'd be, why would my family want me to suffer?
What?
If someone's threatening, okay, I'm just going to say it. If someone's threatening to cut off your arms and do all this shit, you don't think after you snitch, they're going to still kill you? Or probably still kill your family? So you might as well at least die, or not die. You might as well live. Because...
I think if you snitch, they're still going to kill you.
Yeah.
They're not just going to take you in. Like, you bitches, they nigga took you in.
But that's my thing. If you're so scared that they're going to... If you snitch...
So you rather just have an easy death.
Okay, actually, I'm saying it backwards. Okay, so if you snitch, they won't kill you. But
they still may kill you. But
then if you don't snitch, you know for sure they're going to hurt you. So you might as well take your chances at snitching.
Man, I'm not doing anything with you. I'm giving you all the wrong information. I ain't gonna be here at this time.
You might want to. You
might want to.
I can't make any promises.
Not Mike.
Thank you, Mike. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Mike. And at least he's at Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
I'm more like, yeah, he's right. Jason Bourne.
Jason Bourne is awesome.
Yeah. I think that torture.
There's another Jason Bourne movie coming out. I thought I heard. Okay. So, I ain't fearing shit and most likely to die.
I gotta give ain't fearing shit to Daryl. This dude tiptoeing off, unlocking doors. He's all out in the open with it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised nobody caught Daryl.
Yeah.
Daryl's running here, running there.
Killed a guy.
And like she said, she turned around and said, hello, where'd you just come from?
Right.
Like Daryl was just sitting there talking to them and he just crept off.
Yeah, and then he came up with that stupid lie when they're like, where would she be? And he's like, I don't know. Look up in the trees.
I'm like,
what the hell? I'm like, even Pope didn't buy that bullshit, Daryl.
They should have smacked Daryl asleep for that.
I'm like, in the trees. But then I'm like, actually, this might be a good idea. But how the hell are you going to climb a whole tree with your, I don't know. I guess you could.
Yeah, people had climbing trees for years. No, what are you talking about? How you gonna climb a tree?
I mean, with all like, have we seen them climb a tree? Climbing a tree takes skill and practice. You know
skill and practice.
So you think you can just go up and climb a random tree?
Yeah, we just climb trees when we were kids. What are you talking about?
That's when you're kids, but an adult, a living, breathing adult, right now.
So as an adult, now you need practice to climb a tree that you climbed as a kid.
Yeah, I guarantee you wouldn't be able to climb a tree just right now without practice.
Are you serious?
Yes, on your first try.
You gotta practice to climb a tree.
All right. I mean, I know it sounds silly, but yes, I think you would have to. I think that takes practice and skill.
Are we that out of shape as adults?
I think so. Yes. I mean, I don't know. You show me one day you climbing a tree, and then I'll.
When I was a kid, we stayed in trees.
Yeah, you keep saying when you were a kid.
Because
when's the last time you climbed a tree?
I'm an adult right now.
When's the last time?
Wouldn't that look crazy to be climbing a tree right now?
Exactly. So my point is, they haven't had practice. You think if you had to, you'd be able to climb a tree right now?
Yes, it's a tree.
All right. So maybe Daryl was on to something. I don't know. I'm gonna agree with you though. I ain't fearing shit. Daryl wasn't really feeling shit because he was making the stupidest lies. And
he wasn't fearing shit at all.
But he wasn't fearing shit. He got shit done. He got stuff done.
He did.
And I kind of want to give a secondary token to Pastor Gabriel, like just a kind of good job as well, because he was able to follow Maggie's directions to find the gun. That was clever that they hid one there, and was able to save her in the nick of time.
He was. You know what? I'm starting to doubt that he had one bad eye.
Maybe that eye is actually a powerful eye now.
For real.
Yeah.
Because he's doing all type. Well, maybe he had practice. He's used to it now.
Yeah. See, practice. Yeah.
I'm talking about using his eye, not climbing a tree. You sound like you're making a point. Oh, practice.
I was making a point.
You're not making a point. You don't need practice to climb a tree.
All right. Most likely die. Who you got?
I can't with you right now.
I literally want to see you climb a tree this weekend. I really do.
Why would I climb a tree this weekend?
I want you to show me you can do it. Show me you can climb
a tree. You know how silly that'll look right now? Oh, God. It's not a zombie apocalypse.
All right. So
I'm not a kid.
If and when it ever comes up, you'll just be ready.
I'm just climbing trees.
Okay.
Man, Bob climbed the tree. Bob was drunk.
When did Bob climb a tree?
Bob climbed the tree. You'll get to it.
Okay. No, Bob is already dead in the episodes I'm on.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know.
Bob was up in the tree.
Okay. Most likely die. Who you got?
I mean, it's obvious it's going to be Maggie. Because Negan, although he's playing the fair game, playing nice, he don't trust Maggie. Soon as them arrows or whatever start flying, Negan's going to grab Maggie and she's going to be a human shield.
I don't think Negan would do that at this stage that he's in now. I think
Negan brutally beat people with a bat. You don't think he'd grab Maggie and use her as a human shield?
That's the old Negan. The new Negan, no.
Yo, don't it sound worse when you say human in front of shield?
Yeah.
Like when I say grab Maggie, I guess just say grab Maggie and use her as a shield.
But it is a human shield, so yeah.
But it just sounds so much worse when you say use her as a human shield.
It does. I don't know. I don't want to say Maggie. Like, why would they do that? She has the baby at home. They just brought her back. But maybe that's why they would do it. They don't, have to worry about any negotiations with her. It's final season.
Now Negan he got to take care of the baby.
But you know what? I thought I did see something about Negan possibly having a spinoff. Or Negan saying he wouldn't mind having a spinoff. Or Jeffrey D. Morgan saying he wouldn't mind Negan having a spinoff. But, so I'm like, oh, you think you're going to live?
Yeah, please don't do it.
Yeah, no more spinoffs.
Yeah, well, I don't care about the spinoff, but don't announce it.
Yeah.
Wait till after the season and start announcing spinoffs. I think he was just saying
that it would be cool, like if he had one.
It would be cool. It would be cool to go back into the Savior story.
Yes.
Period.
I wouldn't mind that. Seeing Negan previously, like the old Negan, showing how that,
showing him a basketball coach blowing a whistle.
Yeah. Well, we don't gotta go that far back.
To now running shit.
But just maybe that.
I gotta go that far back.
Okay. All right, yeah, maybe a little flashback, one episode. All right, so most likely, yeah, I guess I'm going to give it to... I'm going to give it to Negan. Maybe he was trying to psych us out by saying it'd be cool if there was a spinoff. Well, he still could die and be cool to spin off, and he's talking about previously. So, yeah, I'll go with Negan as well still.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, y'all, that is all we got. I'm so sorry this came out so late this week. It has been a very busy week for Gary.
Yeah.
And I'm available. But
Like, how are you so available though?
Hush. I'm available.
I'd be wondering because we're in the same business.
I don't know.
And
I'm available.
We're just so busy right now.
Yeah. All right.
I'm snitching on you.
Hush. I'm free.
Yeah.
I'm available.
I'm snitching not because somebody about to torture me, because I'm jealous.
See, you would snitch without even the fear of torture. You would snitch. So that means you would fear in the snitch. You would snitch in the fear of torture as well. Trust me.
No, I'm just jealous right now.
Jealous of that, work-life balance. Yeah, I got it. All right, you guys, that is all we got. Once again, be sure to check out our verdicts and feed. I assure you that, impeachment story is coming soon. So we would love to watch that with you all and record and podcast and discuss it. So we'll probably announce it. We probably announce each time we're going to record or something. Or at least when we watch the episode, we can announce that.
Right.
All right, until then, everyone stay safe and happy holidays and New Year's, since, The Walking Dead's not coming back. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, everything, Hanukkah, because it's not coming back until February.
Okay, Halloween. Like, do you feel safe dressing as a zombie?
Yeah, I wouldn't dress as a zombie for Halloween because I don't want to have to put all that work into, the makeup of the Halloween costume.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking something totally different.
What were you thinking?
Like, somebody try to stab you in the head or I don't know.
Oh, somebody just too scared.
Yeah, no, or somebody just taking the shit a little too serious.
Oh, I've seen the videos where people, when they get scared, maybe at a haunted house or something, and they hit the person. I think they get in trouble, yeah. I think they get in trouble for that stuff.
Really?
I'm assuming so.
They're being scared.
Well, if you're that scared you're going to hit somebody, then don't come. So
I just want nobody, because I wouldn't mind dressing as a zombie. But I think, you have people out there that take it a little too seriously.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is all we got, you guys. Thank you so much, as always. Good night. Bye-bye. I'm Nicole.
I'm Gary.
Bye.